This is Eric Mwadi with Mwadi.com, and I'm just doing a impromptu video to highlight one of our recent stock pick, a Mwadi.com stock pick in the name of MCZ. Stock's up about 21%. I think it's rallied more than 120% this month. So it's been a great move for anybody who owns it. We've been playing the stock ever since it broke out, I think above $1.06, so 106, and it's now, today's high was at 203. So in about 2-3 weeks, actually I think in about a week and a half, the stock has almost doubled. Now that's a big move. I mean, I was expecting it to do something if it followed through with the breakout. You never really know. And guys, here's the thing, is you don't know, because on the same day I think I had one more other pick, and the other pick hasn't done much. So you never really know. All I'm trying to show you is that great stocks have the same look, the same film, the same chart setup. This is, by now you know, it's the ultimate Mwadi breakout. All great stocks are gonna have that. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. So I want to do a little bit of a retake of this stock, MCZ, why the stock is up. Let me take a look at it here. MCZ, I think it is a technology name. So let me go under here it is, and we'll take a look at it from a monthly view. And you see, for the month, the stock is up 126%. And we were playing the stock ever since it broke out above $1.02. Excuse me, I'd said 106, but 102 was the breakout. So the stock has practically doubled in about, let's take a look at the weekly on this one. Since this has been a great move. And the weekly on this one, you see it broke out here about 115. So this is week 2 of the breakout. And I was, thinking, and what attracted me to the stock is the fact and foremost that we have this angle of penetration. You want to find stocks that have these sharp moves, especially when they are moving above 69.10. Again, look at that angle of penetration above 69.10. Again, look at the angle of penetration above 61.10. In other words, let me try again. This is a straight line, and if this line represents 69.10 on the daily, on any chart setup, daily, weekly, monthly, hourly, it doesn't matter. But if you see a stock that has a tendency of moving above this level, here we're looking at the weekly. If you see a prior move that is, it enters this area above 69.10, if it enters it on a lower penetration like that, the stock is not going to do great, especially on a weekly chart. It ain't going to do great. It's going to rally, but if you have, but all you're looking for is an angle slightly above 45 degrees. If you can get stocks that move above 69.10 with sharp angles of penetration, what I call angle of penetration, you're going to be making money. And as you can see here, we have a sharp angle of penetration. And again, before this is before it broke out, but I was already highlighting the stock to subscribers because I had already seen the stock had potential, just the potential, because you never know, of moving back again above 69.10 with a sharp move, and it was confirmed. I don't know where the market is, the stock is going to close. Today is a Tuesday. I don't know where it's going to close for the week. But all you can see is that just by knowing the angle of penetration, we were able to find a stock that had a good. Remember, even when it moved above this angle of penetration here in November, the stock broke out from above 45 cents all the way to $1.30. That's a big move. That's almost 3 times. All right, so don't joke with that move. So that angle of penetration here, which was this move here, foretold of a big move. So I know this is proprietary stuff, my own discoveries, but these are the things that make stocks move. Now, if we go back and look at this stock just from a daily, see what the daily looks like. I don't know it's just a great looking chart. I mean, up 22% today. Again, look at the angles of penetration, my friends. Just the little subtle things. Look at this angle of penetration here, which was repeated, and this is when it's moving above 69.10. Look at the same angle of penetration was seen there, and this angle of penetration confirmed in the last 2-3 days. And that's why subscribers are making money on this peak, just because of look at this angle of penetration here, same angle of penetration here. So watch out for those angles of penetration. It tells you that between two stocks, if you can find one that has a higher angle of penetration and everything else is the same on the stock, the one with the highest angle of penetration might be the one that is going to stage a big move. But now, why don't I take us? Let me pause this for a second. I'll be back. 1 second. In resuming the video, what I want to point out is why is this stock doing so great? Is you'll notice this is a 3-year monthly chart, and number one, we were having a breakout after 1 month of rest. Remember, on the monthly chart, you always want just 1 month of rest. On the weekly chart, you want 2 weeks of rest. So on the monthly, at least 1 month of rest before the next breakout. On the weekly, at least 2 weeks of a break before the next breakout. Okay, that's why on the weekly I call that a week 4 breakout, and they're very powerful. But you see that this RSI on the monthly is the all-time high for this stock, and you always want to go for the stock that is going to give you a all-time monthly high. You see, when I was recommending this stock, I had already seen that it had not really moved above 70, and any attempt that was successful, if successful like it has been, would mean that the stock would take off. And this is exactly what we are seeing here. This anticipation, my anticipation that the stock would break out and move and make all-time highs on its monthly chart. Then again, even if it was making all-time highs on a 3-year monthly chart, that's okay. But in this particular case, I believe if I go back, let me see what go back 10 years on this stock, see what we get. Alright, so 10 years, you see the stock is at an all-time high going back 10 years, but I want to look at it from, let's go back 20 years. So look, you might be looking at 5 stocks at one time and you don't know which one to buy. It's these little things. You see, I knew that if the stock was to break out again above 102, that it would be moving the stock to an all-time monthly RSI high. The stock started trading sometime in late 1999, and yet over the last 11 years, stock has never been above this level. So the reason why it's up 126, it's because it is at its most bullish level ever, technically, hence the price surge. Now take a look at things like volume is the heaviest. Take a look at the fact that on balance volume is at the heaviest. Performance against the S&P 500 at a steep rise, at least it's, and that's, look, the more the breakout only considers the RSI and the monthly Mkts. And look at this, they were making all-time highs here, and this one is making a 3-year high on the MACD. So go back and look at the ultimate more the breakout. I'm sure by now you've mastered it, but this is again. Now you'll notice that even though the stock, we are talking about the 120% move, the stock in actuality was making 3-year highs somewhere here. These two levels was making a 3-year high. So really, if you are buying the stock based on the 3-year RSI making an all-time high or a 3-year high, you would have been interested in the stock when it was trading below $1. There was a time there a couple of weeks ago when I was about to buy the stock for my own portfolio. Now, I never bought the stocks, don't own it, wish I was owning it. This goes to show you that even though I recommended this stock to you subscribers, I favored other stocks. See what I'm saying? And it is important to understand that the best I can do or you can do is really put your money in similar situations. Now, I had no guarantee that this one was going to do so well. But what guarantee that I know I have is that for a stock to do great, it has to give me the ultimate market breakout. Now, the stocks that I own and probably you own, if they're still above the breakout levels that I've recommended, then they are also performing ultimate market breakouts. They might be slower movers. The sector might be cooling off. There's so many variables. But what I know and what you should know is that great stocks always have the same look and feel. And that look and feel is what I call the ultimate market breakout. And if you take a look at my wedge breakout videos, you'll notice the stock was breaking out from a wedge type formation here. Whoops, somewhere there. It was breaking. You can even say there was a breakout levels. That point and another breakout level. Somewhere there. In other words, the stock has been of interest ever since it was trading in the 80 cents, 70 cents area. You know, just because the RSI was breaking to a 3-year monthly high. If I take a look at now, just a little bit, take a look at the weekly chart, see what it's doing, just to again take that off. The weekly chart. Now remember the Moade breakout. This is a Moade breakout. It is a weekly chart breakout. A Moade breakout, not the ultimate Moade breakout, but the Moade breakout needs a weekly breakout to new highs. You want the RSI going back above 69.10, going back within the last 6 months. The last 6 months. You want the stock to have been trading above 69 at least once in the last 6 months, and that's correct even in this condition. The Moade breakout demands an increment in volume during the breakout. Got it. You want the on-balance volume to move to a new high. Got it. You want the RSI, you want the performance against the S&P 500 to move to new highs. Got it. So the ultimate Moade breakout does not concern itself with the Mkts. I mean, the Moade breakout, the original Moade breakout, which I'm going to do a video here in the coming weeks about, concerns itself with the performance against the S&P 500 moving to a new high, on balance volume surging to a new high, volume on the weekly chart spiking as the stock breaks out, and you also want a revisit of the stock moving above 69.10, and it should have also done that at least 6 months prior to the most recent breakout. Like in this is a perfect example. The reason why the stock is moving is because it meets, one, the ultimate Moade breakout, and two, because it met the original Moade breakout. So basically, if you can stick your nose in the My Secrets part of these websites, what I'm sharing with you is a lifelong lesson. This is something you can take to your grave. I can guarantee you these principles are not getting old. They're not getting obsolete. In fact, if anything, I am surprised that now in my 9th year as a paid subscription website, the same things are still moving stocks. All right. This is ERIC Eric Moade with Moade.com. Just an update as an ongoing update on the My Secrets tab. Hope you're enjoying it. Peace and blessings.